Hello everyone, it's Open House Thursday on YourView. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown as always. Why are you looking like that? Your facial description is just terrible.
Oh, the definition.
She's not bubbly.
Tonight's not bubbly.
Thank you. You don't like my hair?
I love it.
It's beautiful. No, she can't like this kind of
top.
hair.
Okay, tell me you like my hair. That would make a lot of difference.
I love your hair. Mine should compensate.
Let's go on a break, Jerry. When we come back, we'll try to see what the papers are saying. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay, let's start with the punch. Run-ups, Abdulsalami panel meets parties, INEC and police tighten security. Picture here of the, I think it's National Union of Pensioners, Nigerian Union of Pensioners, and they're protesting obviously for their pensions. Court rejects requests to stop announcement of Rivers election results. Policemen drivers clash in Lagos, one killed, 10 buses vandalized. Stay away from CBT centers, JAM warns parents. Atiku meets Southern Middle Belt leaders, says justice will be done. Telcos plan tariff review, call rates may rise. Measles outbreak kills 13 children in Borno, says UNICEF. Flooding and insecurity, EFEC okays 27.4 billion naira for victims. And rowdy session as Senate condemns militarization of 2019 polls. All right. Let's start with the human interest. Who had that story? The policeman.
10 buses. Well,
Who vandalized the buses? I was trying to.
I think it was. Well, it was a clash between the hoodlums and the police. What they had said is the task force came to come and harass them on the Tuesday, and the soldiers stopped the police from harassing them.
Right.
But on Wednesday, when they came, the soldiers were not there, so they started to harass them, and then one of them faced one of the drivers, and I think he hit him or something, and the other drivers now started protesting and started stoning them.
Right.
In that stoning, the police now started shooting in the air. One person got a stray bullet hit somebody, then they started throwing tear gas, but the drivers didn't accept. They started to return the stones with stones. So they threw tear gas, and I mean, it got machete wounds,
imagine that.
everything. But even the police got injured. One policeman is in, they put his picture there, is in hospital. And but CSP Egbeyemi has said that no, that's not what happened though. That they heard that there were cultists and hoodlums in the area.
You're talking about that. There was another story that caught my attention in Punch. It wasn't on the front pages. A girl was killed, allegedly, by a police officer, and the police was saying that it was cultists. But the eyewitness actually said that the police was drunk, went into the vendor to eat, a vendor lady's store to have his food, and he was coming out, he was drunk, he shot into the air first.
Whoa.
And then later she now heard 3 shots. The woman ran out and said, they have killed my daughter, they've killed my daughter. But by the time the police gave the report to the headquarters, they were saying that it was cultists. So there's always that issue of...
Cultist. We tend to find cultist is that easy target that we can say. If you say that the person is a cultist, you can easily say it was a self-defense.
That little girl, honestly, his life should not be
wasted like that.
The measles.
The measles, there was in Borno State, measles outbreak, and about 13 kids, children, died. And so UNICEF and World Health Organization are saying that because about 68% of children who are actually supposed to be immunized are not immunized, they don't take that first vaccination. That's why when there's an outbreak, you see it affecting children. So they've decided to do a campaign for vaccination for 1.7 million children, which will be starting on the 21st, which is today, to the 25th. So everybody can bring their children
in that area in
Borno State and get immunized.
Let's quickly take the story of JAM. So the JAM exam is starting on the 11th of April, and the registrar for JAM, Isha Koloyede, has said that parents shouldn't follow their children to the JAM centers, that because they tend to cause hindrance or trying to find a way to make the process simpler and easier for their children, and so they don't want parents. Their parents should give their children transport fare and just let them go. Also, they said if you come with banned items, you'll be sanctioned. You would not be allowed to write the exams.
Presidency spanks PDP for threatening to stop Buhari Senators in rowdy session. 3 killed in Lagos police robbers. We talked about that already. Fayose, Judge EFCC lawyers clash. Insurgency, NAF to take delivery of aircraft. So I heard there was a rowdy session in the Senate. They were saying that they were against the militarization of the elections and also the I think it's inconsistent application of the INEC Act.
They wanted the INEC of officials from the INEC office to explain this act. Why is it that in some areas you are allowed to, if your card reader fails, you are still allowed to vote, and in some areas, so why do we have the law applied specifically in some areas and not in other areas? They wanted to investigate to confirm that everything is good. Also, the militarization was brought up by Dino Melaye, and in yesterday's...
and he had plenty backings too.
Yes, a lot of people were backing him that they need to, that the INEC shouldn't, the Senate mustn't sit down and let this go. Right. But one more thing, there was a plea that the presidency did not assent to the new bill, and that now that the elections are over, because before the idea was that the president did assent to because it was too close to the election. Can we do it now so as to give us enough time to prepare?
I think talking about bills, I think the president actually accented to 2 or 3 of the bills. So
they're saying you should do the electoral
bill. So let's move on to Vanguard. PDP article in post-election trauma depression, says APC. No one can force me out of PDP, says Agbaje. Fayose, drama in court as Judge EFCC lawyer tangles. Rivers PDP elders warn against plots to shift collation of results. Value of 30,000 naira minimum wage already eroded, says TUC. Boeing 737 MAX will wait for the outcome of investigation before taking a decision, says Airpeace CEO. And OBJ denies collecting money from Noun, demands immediate retraction, actually.
So Agbaje just gave a statement that people are alluding that he might be leaving PDP, that nobody is threatening him, he's not leaving PDP, he's in PDP for the foreseeable future. But former President Olusegun Obasanjo gave a statement through his media person, Kehinde Akinyemi, saying that he would have ignored this as a media stunt before, but it was reported, and they were quoting the Vice-Chancellor of the National Open University, that he, Obasanjo, still is collecting 40,000 naira as a lecturer, that his service to National Open University is a free pro bono service, and that the Vice-Chancellor should retract that statement. He doesn't want them to put his name in such a light.
Only 40,000 naira. How can he?
The picture story there. So Mozambique and Zimbabwe had this major flood. They called the cyclone, which took away about 200 people are found dead at the moment, and they are still receiving more people. A lot of them had to climb on trees and on rooftops.
1,000 people were affected. But
yes.
you know, I really want to bring that up because over the weekend there was this New Zealand bombing shooting, and all the major international media houses were covering it per second. And at the same time, this thing happened in Mozambique. I never heard it on any of these.
They didn't cover that.
They didn't cover it.
Not with the same.
It's only our
just
own,
reported.
You know, so we should now stop covering their own. Let's be covering our own. Because by now they would have sent, if it was in America, this kind of thing, they would have sent aid. Yes, nobody has gone there.
Wow, it's painful.
Okay, let's move on to the Nigerian Tribune. Bauchi poll PDP petitions NJC. 1.6 million votes claim PDP article have slipped into depression, says APC. I prepared deed of assignment for VI property linked to Fayose, lawyer tells court. How Nigerian editors' advocacy led to reduction of UTME fees. I remain in PDP, says Agbaje. Let's see, then the story. Experts disagree on increasing VAT rates to fund minimum wage. You have that story.
Yes, I have it.
Yeah, go ahead.
This value-added tax that we are perceiving will soon be increased. A lot of professors have started talking about it. Some are saying that it will, increase inflation in the country, where you want to increase the VAT because you want to pay minimum wage. If that's the only option you have to be able to pay minimum wage, that would distort the economy. While others are saying that the World Bank and other international organizations are saying that we are the lowest when it comes to payment of VAT in different countries.
We're one of the poorest too.
In our rates, we're still the lowest, and that inflation will not come because in 2011, when they had an increase in salary from 7,500 to 18,000, the inflation actually reduced and it didn't go up.
But Tunde Fowler has said there is nothing like that. that there are no plans to increase
The VAT.
VAT. So people should stop saying that. The only thing is that he has even said he's going to reduce it for for small companies.
Okay.
Please.
That's the CIT.
That he's going to reduce it for small companies. That he has not ever said that
We're going
he's,
to. So it's just
Papers have
people.
been carrying it for a long
Yeah, but that was a statement from him himself.
Okay, let's move on to the Daily Sun. Presidential election, Atiku APC exchange fire. Imo West, Okorocha drags INEC to court over certificates of rerun. Tempers rise in Senate over military's involvement in polls. Bauchi Guba PDP reports judge to NJC. Rivers PDP elders allege plots to shift results collation. And Buhari declines assent to 5 bills, and I think I have the bills here. He said that he would not sign the Digital Rights and Freedom Bill because it seeks to cover too many technical subjects and fails to address the issue of rights to actually use the internet. And there are quite a lot of other bills. I actually want to take the other one. There's one that interested me in particular. I'm not sure. I think it was the Pensions Practitioners Bill. That was pretty interesting to me, why he didn't sign that. But we'll look at that. 5 bills were not signed by the president, and the Senate obviously...
I would really like issues.
In-depthly and cover it as a
I would like him to sign the electoral bill, though, because we have this case of rushing to do things just before the election, and then we'll say it didn't work out. If we sign and do whatever review now, we have enough time to plan.
I've seen the one that interested me was the Nigerian Film Commission Bill, which is actually in my own industry. And I would like to know why he didn't sign that, and I would like to see what issues are with that bill. Let's go on the break. That's all we can take on Front Page Review. There's no other paper, right? I think we're taking out. We didn't see...
New Telegraph.
New Telegraph. New Telegraph usually gives us some human interest stories.
Meanwhile, TVC, you have gone nuclear. I'm seeing your... You saw my face at the beginning.
We got digital.
Yeah, the screen, right?
Come back. It's Thursday. We're just in all the way. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, a Nigerian controversial media personality, Daddy Freeze, has stirred up conversation on social media. According to him, if your spouse does not have access to your password or your phone or your bank account and your bank details, you are not married. Now, please disregard the certificate. That's what he said. Now, obviously, he's been taken a bit out of context because that's not what he really meant, but that's what he said. Joining us on the show and to discuss this is an award-winning radio presenter, actor, content provider, and influencer, Mayowa Ekpo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to have you. So much. So you can join the conversation 070-806-6801. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. All right, so we have lots and lots of topics today, so don't worry, it's not just about this topic. But the issue of having a password on your phone, we've talked about it before on this table, and people, I think we have issues of would your husband or would you allow your spouse access to your phones? But he, according to Daddy Freeze, he's saying that if you don't have access to your spouse's phone, bank accounts, then maybe you're not really married. There's an issue of trust here. Do you agree with him? Who'd like to go first?
I don't know about bank accounts, but definitely password. Definitely my partner can have my password.
Can you have his?
Yeah, if I don't have his, it's war. What are you hiding from me that you can't let me see your phone?
Right.
So
you think so you might agree with Daddy Freeze a bit.
Yeah.
But you don't have access to his bank details.
If I have access to his bank details, I might siphon all the money. So it's not a good idea.
So it is to the advantage of that relationship.
It's not a good idea. Is it personal to you?
No, it's personal to them.
Personal to me.
Right.
It's personal. Because some women are better money managers and some are not. So when you know yourself, but for me, I feel that if I don't have access to your phone or have access to your password, it means that I'll feel that there's something suspicious going on. I don't intend to go snooping into your phone and all of that, but I believe that
Let me have the access.
just give me access for whatever reason. Just let me have that access. And I'm saying this because I know someone who had amnesia. And if for any reason, while she suffered that memory loss, if her husband didn't know her password, Facebook, all of that, she would have been totally cut off from
Life.
everything she knew. So it took her husband saying, we are married. You should know me. Okay, so this is your password. This is all of that. So because somebody knew about her enough that in-depth could take her through. But marriage is about trust. If there's no trust, there's no marriage.
Give you advice that don't touch his phone. No, don't. For what you don't know will not hurt you.
It will not kill you.
Don't go there. What are you looking for? We will say, what are you looking for?
I want to die.
This password thing is personal to me.
Right.
For example, I work a lot on my phone. My phone is basically my office, so I have a password. But he has it. He has it. I mean, I gave it to him, yes.
Right. Right.
But you have to ask permission from me before you can go through my phone, because I work on my phone. I have a lot of things on that phone. I mean, you can just do one tiny thing. I'm a techie person.
Right.
You can just do one tiny thing and you erase
Everything.
1 year of hard work.
Right.
So it's personal to me, but for him, I have to have it.
He's all right. Does he give you access?
Why?
Yes,
Does he give you access?
because I demand it.
For me, I don't really care about the password. I have a password on my phone. My husband has his password. I don't go snooping through his phone. I don't ask him for his password. He doesn't ask me. But you see that account, that account number, we share it.
I think that I support that the phrase I don't believe in blanket statement that there's no marriage, but I believe that when you're hiding things, it gives that there's no room. It makes it look like there's no trust here. So if for any reason, and I'm not going to go through the phone or go into your account, but I must have access. Let's prepare for the best. But what if the unforeseen happens?
You know,
so a lot of men have not even men in marriages. Some people have investments that their spouse don't know about. Why? Why would you go and buy property? A lot of people are there that their property that nobody knows, they will not come and claim it.
But it's wrong that it refused to make a blanket.
Saying that.
I think it's personal. It's what works for you, exactly.
Yes, I'm at this table and I'm thinking to myself, all these women want their husbands to give them their password and their account, but they don't want to give their own.
Oh no, he has mine. I can give you mine. No, he has mine. He totally has mine.
Money related.
Please.
I know if you speak, the same thing.
Why? My own is money related.
Speak.
Money related.
You get your own opinion. We have all said our own opinion.
My phone is accessible to my husband, definitely,
that's
absolutely.
good.
Same with his own phone is also accessible to me. I can actually look at his phone. Bank accounts, we used to have that initial pot. But now that he started growing his business, I need to give him some leeway to do some space to do his own transaction.
You have his PIN?
We share we have each other's PIN for ATM for the withdrawals. We both use the same
you have his
pins.
account number. You have.
But the thing is that his own personal for the business account, I don't get involved in that because that's his own personal business.
Let me tell you something weird. You see, he has no access to my account, and it was his choice. He said to me, "You're a better saver than I am. So whatever you do with it, I trust you with it."
Right.
He has no access to mine.
Right.
He chose not to,
Right.
because he feels if he has access to my account,
One size doesn't fit all.
so he literally migrates his account into my account. So you see, look who's in charge.
So I was having a conversation with my husband yesterday. I was like, how many accounts do you have now? This guy, how many accounts? He was not naming the banks. But I said, if anything happens now, you have all the money. You are the person in charge. I said, but that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You know?
I'm sorry for your husband.
No, he's fine.
Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll take another topic about a widow whose family, her husband's family, are trying to get her for her husband's property. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, a video of a widow who was reportedly chased out of her house with her children has gone viral on social media. According to her, her in-laws chased her with her children out of the house. I think her husband had died 6 months. But aside from the clip, which you've probably seen online, the issue of how women today are unable to still hold their own, especially after the passing of their spouses. Should that still be happening today? I mean, there's a lot of information out there for women to be empowered, find something doing. But you can watch this clip. It's online. You can, if you want to just give us a few 30 seconds to watch this clip. Go ahead.
What did they do person where they fall down like this? Oda, what's happened?
Stand up,
Wait now. What is it? Wait, calm down.
Calm down now.
Madam,
Talk
calm
to
down.
me now.
You are creating a scene.
Talk to me.
You are creating a what is it?
I'm here.
What did happen?
What did they happen?
My son is in the hospital. Let me just kill me.
Calm down. Look, you are saying now. Calm down, madam. You are getting a thing. Wait, calm down now. What is it?
This is happen. She just come buy mineral. I won't buy mineral. I won't give her mineral. I said, they come out. Now she just, they walk out.
Just calm down, calm down. What is it? What is it?
Lost my husband 6 months ago. They sent us out of the house, me and my children.
Yeah.
They took everything. And now the boy is sick, they just kill me.
Okay, let's not judge the video because some people are saying it looks staged, but we don't know. It could be, maybe not. But let's drop the video aside. The issue today, in 2019, should we be going through this kind of conversation again of women not being empowered? What could put a woman in a situation whereby you're fully and totally dependent on your husband such that when he passes on, your in-laws can actually come and kick you out? Should that be happening? And why? How can we even stop this from happening? Amy, want to jump in?
Yes. You know, I've just been, I think I'm the youngest with this marriage business. So I'm still very in tune with single girls. You know, I still have a lot of us as friends. I mean, so many. The thing is, there are actually some men that I dated one. That was when I dated one. He was going to propose. I told him, Uncle, just hold your proposal. It's not really for me. Because he wants to control everything, even money that I make.
Right.
Oh, yes. He wants me to give to him. And then he doles out what
He thinks you
spend.
need.
Yes.
Background.
Now, that kind of man, if I marry him, he will have access to everything. I have access to nothing. He may even stop me from working if he feels I am earning more than he does. Because at the time I was.
But a lot
So
of
he was
single
already
girls wouldn't
feeling
recognize
uncomfortable.
that. They just say,
Get
they want to
Yes.
marry.
Yeah,
They
yes.
have that
You see,
pressure
this
to
is
get
the
married.
problem. And then when you get married, I've got a friend. It was 2 weeks to her wedding. She said, Maya, I can't do this anymore. And I said to her, why? She said, because I know he won't let me work. Even if I work, he won't let me keep my money. He won't let me do anything. He will want to have access to everything. And I told her, you had to wait till now. She said, she be Masha marry.
Oh, God.
She said, well, I will get married. Well, you know, this kind of thing, you can't really say
So she married the
marriage
guy?
or don't marriage.
So she married the guy.
No, she don't marry him. She didn't.
Okay.
Because I couldn't have said get married or don't get married. But I said to her, well, if you were me, this is what me will do. Me will not marry him. You know, so I think she put herself in my shoes because I didn't say don't, I just said if you were me.
We are married now, so what
Yes.
will not happen? She'll tell
Oh,
us that
she didn't get married to him,
the
and she
guy,
stood
just
her
2
ground.
weeks.
Yes, she stood her ground because she was so sure that she was going to marry him. He was.
So we've seen in-laws jumping into homes. I mean, how much is too much?
Yeah.
I feel that some of our men do not protect their women enough. Even for those that are earning money and they let you do whatever it is you want to do, they don't protect you in such a way that, because the thing is, I had this conversation I had with we talk about these things like every day. And he was saying that if anything happens to you now, all the money in your account, your family will say is your money. And that's what happens. So even if I've been pulling resources together with him and everything is in his name, anything happens, they will say everything is his. And then they want to chase you out. So the best way is really to protect your spouse in such a way that even if you have not written your will, because I had that last night, I was telling him, come and write will. It's not as if I want to kill you, you won't die, you know? But we are enlightened now. Just make those things, keep it down, because you have kids, you have children.
But I think that we don't even know the law. The law is, if you die interstate, your wife and children get everything. No brother or sister, your wife. Answer the call.
Yeah, let me take this call. Oluwasomi, are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
First and foremost, this is my first time on the...
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I want to deal with 3 issues quickly. The first one is about having to give your password to your spouse and your bank account. Now, when it comes to those 2 things, the basic thing that is wrong with it is that does your spouse really trust you? Does your spouse take your word for it? Are you trustworthy? I have been married for a long time right now, and my wife does not have my password to my phone. She does not have the bank account password either, but she never bothered because she knows that whatever that comes, I put it on the table. Whatever she brought also, we put it on the table and we deal with it head on. And the trust is there. If she tells me, hey, B, I take it for it. And if I tell her A, B, C, she takes it for it. So the bottom line is that what is wrong when people keep putting no's here and there to find out password is about trust.
Thank you very much for sharing your story, Lost on me. That makes sense. Yes, right here.
I wanted to quickly answer her that in the law, there's a provision for the dependence of the man. Let's take, for instance, the man's mother and children are dependent on him. There's provision for them in the law. Even...
Whether you like it or not.
So everything does not go to the wife and the children.
Three quarters. Is it 3 quarters or?
3/4.
Yeah, goes to the.
Okay.
Unless you are married common law. If it is by registry or you sign. 3/4 goes to the wife.
And so
to the
also
wife.
notice we observe
Then the balance goes to
family members.
I'm a woman, and I believe every woman should have capacity to earn money.
Yes.
Learn a skill, get educated. You might not be using it
now,
but have that. Learn how to bake, learn how to do zobo. Just learn something that can tide you over.
And also learn to adapt. If you're used to sending your children to a certain type of school, and something happens, you don't have the money.
Change them sharp.
Thank you. Bring it back down. Take a few steps back. It's okay. The willing to adapt. Some people just cannot understand or comprehend the idea of bringing that level down.
Let me add something real quick. You know, for some men will say to you that I don't want my wife to work. Or some women will say to you, I enjoy being a housewife. There's nothing wrong with that. But have you noticed, if you check it really, most women that are housewives have capacity to take care of things, to manage things, to organize things.
Yeah, I want to be a
for people that are
housewife.
full housewives, sometimes the way they organize their life, their home, the kids, even the man himself is a skill itself.
Oh, fantastic.
So you cannot not know how to do anything and say you don't want to work.
I'm a housewife potential. I'm telling you, my husband, when he has that money, Jesus Christ, I ain't working for nobody. I'm staying home. I'm a organized housewife.
Yes.
Everything will be organized. My skin will be fresh. The house, you eat good food. Let's go on a break. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
So it's Thursday. We're talking about everything. You can call us and comment on any other topics. So we're going to be taking another topic right now. A Nigerian lady recently said that she was left in a shock after her wife, the wife of her male friend, sent a mail asking her friend to desist from calling her husband dear. Now, what do you make of this? Would you allow your husband's friend call him dear? You can call us on 070-806-6801. You can also tweet to us at TVC. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. I was telling the ladies that I had an exact experience of this happening my very before. My girlfriend picked me up from she was giving me a ride. So it was her husband's birthday. So she was in front, and they just picked me up to take me somewhere. And somebody called, the husband picked up, and the lady was praying. He put it on speaker, interestingly. So the lady was praying for him. God bless you, happy birthday, my bro, how's everything? I love you. The wife just looked initially. The husband looked at the wife. Then the girl said it again. Something, I love you. The wife just said, excuse me, hello. Go and love your own husband. Don't be loving me.
Wow.
What kind of rubbish? Wow. Oh, I didn't know I was on speaker. Yes, you're on speaker.
Oh, God.
Oh, I think it's not my brother. And I thought, he knows his own brothers. And he knows his own sisters, his biological sisters.
You're not really my in-law.
You're not my in-law. Even his own biological sisters would not be
saying, I love you. I
was just looking at the two of them, the drama. The drama was ensued because I could see that, okay, there was tension. They also looked at the wife very uncomfortable, knew that this is a very uncomfortable conversation here. But in that situation, later on, I had a chat with the person. The person was like, listen, the person is her friend, but she didn't mean it in a negative way because she knows her friend. No, her friend doesn't come across. Her friend was just being foreign, very this modern, and she's just being nice. But she just felt like, listen, that niceness, don't let it pass this. Don't carry your sarak.
When it's a formal thing, I really do not have a problem with the word dear.
Okay.
You know, because we use it for formal, we use it for formal letters. Hello, dear. You start your letter with dear sir, dear, and all of that. But when it comes to my relationship with my husband, a female is sending dear, I will question that dear.
Ah, come on, man.
I
It's
will
just
question I
dear,
love you.
dear is pretty
I will
calm. It's very
question
harmless. Dear, I could see your husband. Hi, dear. You.
No, I will look at you.
Can I say something?
I can't see your husband and say
I
hi,
have to
dear.
say
No.
excuse because I feel like she's going to slap me. So can I say
If
something?
I see your husband, I'll say dear. Yes, go ahead.
I have absolutely no problem with it.
Okay.
Because I do it too.
Oh, you can say.
Oh, yes.
Don't tell my
I
husband
have-
dear. Let me warn
It
you now.
Can you
depends
do I
on the
love you?
relationship.
Yes.
No, not I love you. Of course not I love
We
you.
can love a
But
friend.
yes, but I would not say I love you to him if I know he's married.
Okay. Okay.
I would not do that.
No,
I mean,
no, you don't call.
it's just courtesy. Sorry?
If you are married, will you tell him I love you?
No, I
Not
wouldn't.
your husband, the other person.
No, I wouldn't, out of simple courtesy. This is the reason why. It's not because I think it's such a big deal.
Right.
But it's, I mean, just courtesy out of respect for whoever is with him or whoever is with me. But I have loads of friends, opposite sex. And they call me on the phone, I'm like, hey, darling, hello, love. How you doing? What's going on? I mean, to me, it's just...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hi, darling. So, what of darling?
Because-
is darling something you?
It's not...
Dear, I find dear patronizing. Darling is crossing the boundary.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it?
Thank you, Auntie YK.
Oh, dear is patronizing.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, hello dear. If you greet me hello dear, I'm very insulted. I feel very insulted. If somebody, especially if you're younger than me, and say hello dear.
Yes, Yoruba culture, you don't
Who is
say
this
dear
smart
to someone
person
other than
Even
you.
if you have a very close relationship with the person, because that's when I do that.
Don't dear me.
Don't dear me.
No, not dear. I mean, the darling, the...
Let me take
because
this call.
When you
Let me
have
take this
close...
call. Kofo, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Dear. Dear.
Hi, dear. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Morning.
No, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to talk about the secrecy in marriage or something like that.
That's the hottest topic. Go ahead.
Telling you.
Yeah, I just want to say that men of nowadays, you know, they are so, I'm sorry to use the word stupid because even if he has a password on his phone and he gives it to his wife to like, okay, just hold my phone for me. He might even have something, you know, he might have something secretive on his phone and he believes my wife will check it. But men of nowadays, even if they have, they will delete all the chat from the phone and still act like a saint. Meanwhile, they are doing something at the back. So I feel a lady having the password or a wife having his husband's password,
Doesn't do
or
anything.
she does not have it,
Doesn't
they
matter.
would
Doesn't really matter.
do something out there.
Interesting point.
let me
If
quickly
your husband is
say-
going to do, he will do.
Even a woman that is going to do, she will
still
delete
do.
everything.
Excuse,
You
for
won't catch
women.
her like
For
the
women,
phone. In fact, a
you
woman
will
is
not
even
even
sharper
smarter. My point
than
exactly.
a man when it comes to that. Eh?
Men, they will
When
even
the
still
woman
catch
wants
you.
to do
Woman,
kurukai,
for years.
So I want to talk about the dear and darling thing. And I got this from my mom when she was much younger. And she had a friend that, you know, the friend will come and visit us at home. And my mom is not around. And she will sit down and be gisting with my dad. And they'll be gisting. And I'm wondering, 1 hour, you're visiting another person's house. Your friend is not there. And you sit down and you're conversing with the... I do not in any way, and I was the one angry on behalf of my mom. That what is this woman doing here? I feel that there are boundaries, and you must, in respect.
So people don't understand those boundaries.
In respect for your wife, I would not dare hello darling you.
Thank you.
In respect for my husband, I would not dare darling you.
Be careful.
So I think that we need to draw that line in how we relate to people. I had male friends before marriage, and immediately I got married. I knew that there wasn't anything going on between us, but now that I'm married, these relationships must change
No, but you're very
out
right,
of
because
respect.
even I, in the car that day, because this didn't happen in my presence. It wasn't as they gisted me. I was right there. I even felt uncomfortable. Is that your sister? Is it your sister self? The way you say, I love you, and I want yeah? What rubbish is that?
It's
It's a bit too...
I love you, yeah.
Let me take this call.
correct.
Thanks for calling. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I think the real issue here is how much trust you have in that person even before going to marriage. Because marriage is a life thing.
Right.
It's not a thing you say, let us try 2 years. If it doesn't work, let everybody go back his way.
Thank you very much, Olawale, because that's an issue of trust. Even with the current topic we're talking about, the fact that in that example I gave, the man put the phone on speaker. If he was trying to be fishy, he would have actually
Maybe
just...
he didn't expect that she was going to love him.
How about that? But because knowing that he was getting the call from a female maybe that's why he put it on speaker. Okay, my wife is here. Let me not be as if I'm having this conversation in secret. But that's the issue of trust, because he trusts and he knows that his wife trusts him, so he doesn't want to have anything in secret.
But you know, some women can be overly jealous, no matter the level of trust. Some women can be overly jealous, and there are some that really just don't.
Am I overly jealous?
Just protecting your
reaction.
Because I can see your husband and say, "Hi, darling."
But, you know, again, it depends on the process.
Soraya, look at your face.
I don't understand that.
Because for someone like me, I will even tolerate it. If you are jeering and darlinging my husband, I can tolerate it. But it is
if
in
you are
that...
my friend, or you are not my friend.
Even if you are my friend or my enemy or any... I can tolerate it.
Okay.
But you see, that kind of person, me, it is that kind of me that they will come and darling my husband into the bedroom. Because I was tolerating it. I don't understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it's not that there's something that happen. It's just that if you allow
mark your territory.
Yes. You use your eye to protect your territory.
Yes, mark your territory.
Okay, I think that's for some funny reason. I think I'm not a female. Because for me, it's really... it is really not a big deal. Because even with him, even when he does it, because I just feel like...
Okay, he darlings other women.
Yeah, a few of his friends, which I know. Most of the friends that I even say hello, what's up, or whatever to, are people that he knows. I don't hide my male friends from him. He knows all of them by name.
Right.
Two of you are the same.
Let me take this call.
So it's...
Tayo, are you there? Thanks for calling.
You are both darlinging.
Hello, Tayo. Go ahead, please.
Yes. When I married, I'm 5 years in marriage now. When I married with the mindset of, okay, we have to be mutual, we have to be friends, that kind of relationship. I'm open to everything. But later on, not up to a year, his mom came in. We are still trying to even understand each other. Things fell apart. My husband is a wonderful person. But it made me to understand that he's choosing his family first. So we don't have any issues personally, but when it comes to the family, we began to add the house issues. In fact, it took me like 3 times to divorce me. On what ground? All because of family issues. His mom wants to come and stay with us. The mom that is just in her early 50s, just start controlling everything. So how we expect me to? I never fought any of them. So because of that, that has raised a lot of things now in me that
we'll talk about you like the issue of the mother-in-law thing, because I think lots of women just. I don't know why people have an issue with in-laws living with you. I mean, it's a major problem for me. Why would you have a problem? You're a wife. Where should the mother go?
It depends on the mother-in-law.
It depends on
where should the mother go?
No.
That's your mother. She will stay in your house.
She will stay in your house. I totally agree with you. Yeah. But I think the mother-in-law should know her place. If I have to stay in my daughter's house, for instance, I think I would respect their space and try
their rules.
And try and not interfere, because they're going to quarrel in front of you.
Right.
If you interfere, so you have to...
It depends on what you define as interfering. My mother-in-law can come into... She comes into my room 4 a.m. in the morning. Now, I might find it maybe inappropriate initially, but she's not doing it because she wants to intrude. She's doing it because at that moment she wants to come and charge her phone. And she feels that you've not locked your door, I can come and charge my phone in your room. Now, if you have an issue with that, there's a way you can have that conversation. And she will say, Mommy, you can't be coming to my phone at 4 a.m. in the morning. But why do we make it an issue?
No, I think the problem
women make it an
is
issue.
A lot of mother-in-laws are controlling. So because they carry the way they handle their home, they were in charge of most of the things, and then they bring it to the husband's house, forgetting that now he is married, the son's house, forgetting that now he's married, he has a wife. So if they have all of those issues, let's take, for instance, the kitchen is a major one. You have a mother-in-law who wants to be the one cooking and serving your husband and doesn't give you that chance.
Would you like, honey, thank you, YK. Thank you.
That's everybody wants.
It's how you see it. My mother-in-law is like that. I'm like, hey, the kitchen is all yours. Do you?
I feel
when
like
the food is ready, I'll come eat.
I think women, no matter what anyone says, I can't have a problem with it. I just feel women just don't love enough. Because if it was my mother, what would I do? Exactly. This woman is my mother. I don't care if you give birth to my husband.
I need to take this tweet quickly. I beg. Only, have I lost it? When we come back.
Okay, we're going to break. We'll be right back.
I found it.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So let's take a few tweets. I know YK was...
Yeah, Engineer Rufai Raji says, how can you be referring to someone's spouse, dear? How dare you? Discourage it with all sense of discouragement. And he says, can perceive motion, Obiajulu can perceive motion from a distance. Interesting topic, yes.
Let me take this call from Larry from the UK. Larry, are you there? Hello, Larry.
Hello.
Please go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Hello.
Now, when a couple, when you have somebody calling your husband dear or darling, and both of you have a fight, because couples will always fight. And then the husband, you've sown a seed of, there's a lady out there that calls me darling or sweetheart or darling or dear. So you and your husband have an issue. And suddenly, something that reminds him of that auntie that is always daring him and darling him. Don't you think the man will feel as if, okay, I have a plan B. I have options out there. Maybe that's what the women are afraid of.
There is no matter of options. There's trust. You see, in every marriage, there will be disagreement, there will be times when you don't want to see each other.
Right.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Don't get to talk to your wife or your husband and trust him.
Fantastic.
The fact that I have a argument with my wife does not mean I'm going to put it to the hand of the next lady that calls me there in the office.
Thank you very much. Very great point. Thank you very much. So, issue of trust is an issue. Let's take more tweets, please.
And here says, Kola Olawale echo the point I made on the show before. Stop pretending, stop lying. Let each other know from the start what you are. Eichmann says, I don't see anything wrong with my dear. I say that to almost everybody when they greet me. My wife knows me for that and knows I mean no harm. In fact, I say it to even the so-called helps. I think I learned that from my uncle. Then Gat says, on a good day, there should be nothing wrong with the word dear. But as it is in Africa today, no man should call my wife dear. No man should try that thing, not even my brother.
Okay. And recently, this actress, I think she's a celebrity, Etty Nosa, she's trying to be a celebrity, I believe.
Yes.
She recently broke the internet by doing something she shouldn't be doing. Let me not say it on TV.
Yes.
But the issue of people getting into social media and doing everything to blow.
Yes.
What's your take on that? I'm switching it now because obviously everybody, I know lots of tweets are on marriage and all that, but this is an important issue that affects us too.
Yeah. Now, so you see, there is money to be made if you know how to channel it.
Right.
But at the same time, a lot of people have lost their morale. There's nothing in the world that will make you want to get naked. We're in Nigeria, for God's sake.
This person we're talking about actually went naked online on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, and suddenly she got lots of followers.
She's a friend.
She's a friend of yours.
She's a friend. Yes, she's a friend. I mean, we say
we've seen this thing done outside. We've seen even Kardashian did it sometimes.
Yes. That's why I corrected myself.
So we had it with Tiana, and we discussed it that time. I feel that the price, Tiana, she's a stylist, and you know she's a fashion mogul and all of that. And I was discussing with a friend that the price we're willing to pay for fame. That are you really ready to pay it? And people are, you know, people go out of their way because of this fame they're looking for.
They don't go out of their way, they go out of their destiny. That is a little extreme. I
like that word because
they go out of, you have no idea the dark, insane things
people are willing to do.
People are doing.
Just to get followers.
To get famous. Just to get followers. There was one time I put up a post and I said, thank you to everyone that is following or liking me. Imagine if I had to get naked. I probably would never have any one follower because I won't do it. It is insane. These days, even if you want to shop for clothes online, because everybody is naked.
Yes. Because of to shop for clothes.
If you want to shop for clothes online, is it that very clingy or very...
But you see, I feel that there are opportunities. And you mentioned there is money. She mentioned there is money.
An extension of dear.
There's really money. Because someone was asking me that my life is in shambles. I said, but you have life, you have a phone, you have data. And most of the time we look at this as if it is nothing. When in actual fact, some people have made their entire life turn around simply by having a phone and data.
Yes.
As opposed to going naked. What are the opportunities what are the things people can do legitimately to change their life by being online?
Be creative. There is no one that be original. Be creative, be original. There's no one that creativity hasn't helped, except if you don't know how.
Going naked is original.
Going naked is... But don't be extreme with your originality.
You don't define what you want, what extremity was to her. Hey.
What I see is...
Because what will you say about Playboy models?
That's why I said we're in Nigeria. I made that statement. We're in Nigeria and that's not accepted. And that's not accepted.
The only thing I see is that our young men and women are not ready to work hard. They want that quick money, quick fix. So let me just hit it. And that's why we have a lot of Yahoo people, even in my area now, they are saturating the whole place, making sure that they just do it and just hit it.
Yes.
gone are the days that you groom a child to go to school,
And
go
grow.
to work and grow, follow the process. We had a guest yesterday, Shinapila, who told us the process he had gone through with the businesses, how he was selling clothes, and how many stories do we have today? We just want someone to just wake up and suddenly the money is
Let me
there.
tell you the difference between having crowd because you are being stupid and having crowd because you have built it. You see, even if you have 100 followers from what you have built, the difference with having 10,000, 10 million, whatever, with what you have exposed yourself to. When you put up something and say, I trust this thing, I need you people to patronize this thing, or I need you to check it out, people actually do if you have built it. This is what I thrive on.
That's what equity. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll conclude our conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So let's take a few more tweets.
Okay, we have plenty tweets. Kelvin says, in 1986, I lost my dad. We were 6 in the family. My mom was a full housewife, but she catered for all of us and paid all the bills because she learned tailoring then. She opened a tailoring shop with the insurance money our dad's company paid. Andrew from Streatham says, maybe I'll get the husband police to arrest me today. Hello, dears. Dear.
Nat Dan Awe says, I'm very good at calling people dear, but I don't want anyone to call my wife dear because that's personal to me.
at that.
Abiodun Tebito,
Okay.
okay, go ahead.
It says, honestly, I don't know this Niger celeb, Mayowa Ekpo. Tell us what the woman does. Does she allow people to call her dear, dearie, love, gubore? Then Tola says, you people in the media are not helping. You lay too much emphasis on fame and materialism. Hence, people do the odds to acquire such. The media should redefine acceptable values and norms in the Nigerian context.
Pajin Diva says, there is no harm in using dear for my hobby. It's a friendly greeting. But for I love you and I miss you, both single and married friends, not acceptable.
Let me let you have the last word concerning all this small
Everything.
things.
It's just really simple.
dears.
It's just really simple. The darling, the dears. I mean, don't be like me. They will beat you on the road.
Exactly.
If you have a man that understands you and dear darling is okay in your family, I mean, whatever works for you. But if he doesn't like it, then don't do it. But if he doesn't mind,
don't darling my
have a
husband.
nice life. He doesn't
all
mind
we
for
can
me.
take.
So
Thank you very much, Mary.
I'm chilling.
All right, don't forget to watch the repeat at 11 p.m. tonight. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.